Okay, so if you're like me and you have a mining rig, even if it's a small mining rig, mine's a 7 GPU mining rig, and you want to diversify your portfolio, then you can actually do that with your single multi GPU mining rig. And you can also do the same with your CPU. So today on That Techo Guy, I'm going to be explaining how you can actually mine different coins at the same time on the same single rig with multiple GPUs and even with a single CPU. Stay tuned. Okay, so if you have a GPU mining rig with multiple GPUs like I have, for example, let's say you've got 6 GPUs, okay? You can literally either just mine one coin and throw everything on that coin and just mine that coin fully with your full power, with your full hash rate, or you can do what I like to do sometimes and diversify my portfolio and actually split the load. For example, I get from 6 GPUs, I can have 3 GPUs on one coin and another 3 GPUs on the other coin. So for example, here on my screen, you can see my GPU mining rig. Now here I have 5 GPUs on this worker. I do have another worker with another GPUs, totaling 7 GPUs in my mining rig setup, and you can check out my videos on my mining rig in the link above or in the description below as well. Now at the moment I am mining ETH and I am mining Ethereum directly on Ethermine with all of my 5 GPUs. That might be okay, but if you want to really get the most out of it, maybe you want to diversify your portfolio. Maybe you want to mine one coin and another coin at the same time to try and get both coins from the single rig that you have. Now this is if you have a multiple GPU setup. If you only have one GPU, you can do it, but it's going to be a bit more tricky and you cannot mine 2 memory intensive algorithms on the same GPU, for example. So first I'm just going to start by showing you how I would do this by splitting up my GPUs to mine one coin and another coin. So it can be, for example, with 3 of these GPUs, I'll mine Ethereum, and with the other 2, I'll mine another coin. For example, I can be on unMineable and I can say, listen, I want to get paid out in, for example, Shiba Inu coin or in SafeMoon. Okay, so the way I would do that is that first of all, I would create 2 scripts, and at the moment I do have 2 scripts here, but they are going to mine the full 5 GPUs on a single coin. So it's either going to be, for example, SafeMoon, or it's going to be Ethereum on Ethermine. Now I'm just going to minimize this and show you my script right here. So I'm just going to edit this up, and here I'm just going to zoom in so that you can see this a bit bigger as well. So at the moment, this is the typical Phoenix miner that I am using, and you can also find syntax commands of what you need to do, and I will put a link to this site down in the description below. And the one that we're going to focus on is dash GPUs, which basically dash GPUs will allow you to select which GPUs to use in one script and which GPUs to use in another script, okay? So you can actually split off the GPUs that way, and you can do it all with a single worker. So if you have one system running with 5 GPUs like I have shown here in my setup here with the 5 GPUs, they're all numbered starting from 1 to 5, and I know what the GPUs are. For example, I know that my number 1 is the RTX 3060, which is on board. Number 2 is GTX 1070. Number 3 is GTX 1070. Number 4 is the RTX 3080, and the number 5 is the RTX 3060 Ti. These are all non-LHR cards, and that is why you're seeing the hash rates that I am getting right there. Now, the way I would change this script, and this script I have just opened up is what is running here at the moment, is by simply adding to that script. It's very easy. I'm going to just add dash GPUs, and I can select for Ethereum which GPUs I want to mine on. So let's say I just want to mine with the best GPUs that I have. For example, I know that the best hash rates I have, and I'm going to pick 3 of them, are going to be GPU 1, which is at 48 mega hash, GPU 4, which is at 105 megahash, and GPU 5, which is at 60 megahash. So I would simply just go here and I would add 1, and you don't need to put any commas or anything between these unless you have more than 10 GPUs, and it's clearly stated here. If more than 10, separate the indexes with comma. If they're not, you're just going to put them together. So it's going to be dash GPUs space and the numbers that we are seeing on the screen of my mining rig right there. So GPUs, in this case, I wanted to use 1, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'm just going to save this, and I have GPUs 1, 4, and 5 right there, as you can see here at the end. Okay, now for SafeMoon, I have done the same thing. I'm going to edit the file, and for this one, I'm going to use GPUs, the remaining GPUs I have. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit there so you can see. It's going to be GPUs 2 and 3, okay, the remaining GPUs. So I've selected the best GPUs for Ethereum, and I've selected the GTX 1070s for the SafeMoon version 2 token on unMineable, okay? So if I'm going to close this up and close this up, now if I start up the Ethereum miner, it's loaded up the 3 as I told the miner to do. So it's loaded up my 3060, 3080 and the 3060 Ti, and that's going to start mining on Ethermine in my case. And I can load up together in parallel the SafeMoon version 2.1 as well, and it's loaded up the other 2 GPUs because they're not going to interfere with each other, because they're not going to interfere with each other's DAG files because they're separate devices. But like this, I am diversifying my portfolio on a single mining rig by just splitting up my video cards, my GPUs in clusters. So I've got 3 for one coin, I've got 2 for another. I could have done 5 scripts here and had 1 script for each coin and just done one GPU 1 for SafeMoon, GPU 2 for Shiba Inu, GPU 3 for Dogecoin, GPU 4 and 5, for example, for Ethereum. So I could have split them up any way I wanted to, and I'm still using the same amount of resources, the same amount of electricity. There's no difference. I'm just allocating the resources to specific coins, and that way you're diversifying your portfolio at the same point in time, and you don't have to stay mining for a week on one token or coin and then waiting for that week to pass until you mine the other one. Obviously, if you do throw everything at one single coin, you're going to mine many more coins and many more tokens, but you don't have to do that, and you can just limit the resources a bit and split those resources up between the different coins. So if we were to do this same exact thing, but this time just using the unMineable app, so I'm just going to open up the unMineable app. It's going to be exactly the same concept. So I'm just going to start up 2 sessions of the unMineable app, and it would be the same syntax as we did in the scripts, but maybe some people don't like to use scripts and prefer something that is more GUI based. So basically on unMineable it's the same thing. Continue. I'm going to select graphics cards, update miner file location, and those things. Do check out my videos on unMineable and how to set up unMineable for more details on the miner file location and how to use unMineable if you do not know how. So next I'm going to go for SafeMoon version 2. I'm going to click on start, but obviously it's not going to work on this system because I don't have a graphics card that's capable of mining. So I'm just going to click on start, and I'm going to stop it straight away just to show you the settings that would need to be changed. So here in the settings, you would do the exact same thing. Now, if you have a video card that is not capable of running on ETH because it has less than 6 gigabytes of video memory, for example, then you could select the ETC hash algorithm and mine Cowpow instead. That would do that all for you. So you don't need to change anything, but in the script you would have changed the pool you're mining to and things like that. Here you don't need to, you just select one or the other. In my case, it was ET hash, and I'm going to go to the custom tab. And here in the customs parameters, I would do the same thing. So hyphen GPUs, and I used, for example, 1, 4, and 5. On the other instance of unMineable, I'd do the exact same thing, go to next. For example, I could mine something different. I don't know if this address is correct. It's just an example. So start. I'm going to stop this as well. So stop, and I'm going to change the settings. Same thing, ET hash custom, and the remaining GPUs. I wanted to use 2 and 3. I could have done it the other way around. I could have done more GPUs like 1, 2, 3, and 4 on a coin, and then just GPU 5 on something else. You could do it any way and mix and match any way you like. Use the best GPUs for one coin or token. Use the least best GPUs for another one that maybe you don't like so much, but you'd like to gain a bit of that coin anyway. And then you just save and hit start, and you'll be mining in parallel with the unMineable miner as well. If you wanted to do it with your CPU, you can do it as well, and I do have another video on that. You can find that in the link above and in the description below, but I'm going to quickly run through that one as well. So you'd open up 2 sessions, same thing, same concept. So I'm going to go back to the start here where you select CPU instead, and I'm going to go to next. We can do it simultaneously. Same concept exactly. Don't take notice of my address because this is incorrect. This is for SafeMove version 2, but this is not correct, but it's just for example purposes. I'm going to click on start, same thing. Here I've already got a balance, and I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to go to advanced settings. Now, same thing exactly. I'm going to go to custom, and instead this time I'm not using a GPU, I'm using a CPU. So if you have a CPU that has, for example, 4 cores and 8 threads, you could do dash threads equals, if it's got a total of 8, I would recommend that you never use the total number, and I'd always go for something in the around 50 to 60% range. Anything higher normally doesn't get you any better hash rate, and it will start to actually bottle up your operating system. So if you do have a 4-core, 8 threads, you're always going to base it on the threads, and you would write in, for example, 4 threads on one and 4 threads on the other, but in that case you're going to use 100%. So I just want to use 50, so I'm just going to say 2 threads and 2 threads on the other one. Now mine is a 12-thread CPU. It's a 6-core 12-thread. I'm using a Haswell E5820K CPU, and it's got 6 cores. So essentially 6 cores with 12 threads means I've got 6 threads that I can use fully. So I'm going to go for 3, and I'm going to go for 3. So if we stick to the rule of using 50%, around 50 to 60%. Okay, now I don't know if this is going to crash the screen recording. I hope not. Let's give it a shot. So threads equals 3 on this one. I'm going to choose my mining hardware again. So CPU, this is done. Start. And here I'm going to stop this as soon as it comes up. So I'm going to go to custom and hyphen threads. So 2 hyphens, okay? Equals 3 here as well. So I'm going to use 3 on one, 3 on the other, okay? So I'm splitting my load between 2 coins, and I'm mining 2 different coins or tokens at the same time. I'm going to save. Worker name is ideal when you have more than one worker, but I just like, for consistency's sake, to keep them with a proper name. So save this and save this, start and start. So one of them isn't actually going to mine. This address is SafeMoon, and I've selected a different coin, so that's not really going to be properly configured. But SafeMoon, as you can see here, and this was crypto coin, and that's going to start, and this one will soon start as well. So they've both started to mine, and I'm using around 68% with the operating system and screen recording going on at the moment as well. And they're both mining in parallel on my single CPU as well. For the worker name, I won't emphasize it too much, because if it was called Techo Guy CPU and Techo Guy CPU, obviously in order to view the stats, you're going to go to the unMineable website. If you click on stats here, it's going to open up the unMineable page, and it's going to show you the stats anyway, and it's just going to have a worker name. So it doesn't really matter, because it's still going to go to one wallet or the other wallet. But I like to define worker names just to know what naming conventions I have, and to configure them properly and to know that one worker name is for one coin and one worker name is for the other coin. That's all, but it's not really an essential thing that you have to do. So here I'm splitting my load between the two, okay? And I'm diversifying my portfolio as well with my CPU by mining the two different coins. So I'm just going to stop this now, and that's pretty much it. So I know that this video was slightly longer. I hope that I explained it well. If there's something I missed, please do leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will do my best as always to help you out to the best of my ability. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so down below. Smash the like button and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos do come out on my channel. And until next time, take very good care of yourselves, and thanks for watching.